Your actions have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 3 and the featured contracts. And today's contract, the Butler's Butcher, set in Dartmoor, England. So today's briefing, Gregory Carlisle is well aware of the Butler's scheming. He knows Fernsby has brought to Dartmoor 2 Americans to aid in his theft and subsequent liquidation of Madame Carlisle's assets. Gregory knows Fernsby has more than enough dirt on him to lock him away, so he has hired you to deal with his situation. Gregory loves a good laugh, so much like the pigs Fernsby has carved for him. He wants you to cleave the Butler's buddies for Fernsby, make it look accidental to ease the death on his mum. And today's contract has been supplied to us today courtesy of Bobby Monaco. So today we have 3 targets available to us. We must limit ourselves to the targets. We have 1 exit available to us, and the butler must die by an accident, and the other 2 via thrown cleaver. So for this challenge today, we will be starting undercover as a cop in the staff room. We have a remote enigmatic gas grenade in the changing room, and we're going to bring with us some coins and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we need to make our way out of the building by the kitchen door, preferably. That's just around here, and we're going to go around the vehicles over to the wall here. We're just avoiding the enforcer by the van, and there he is. And we want to approach the crates just behind him and collect up the crowbar that's just here, and we're then going to retrace our steps all the way back round and back into the kitchen's door. And from here we're going to make our way directly into the kitchen and collect the meat cleaver from the carcass over here. So that's our meat cleaver taken care of. So now we need a mansion staff outfit. So we're going to make our way into the changing rooms, retrieve our gas grenade in a briefcase. We're going to remove the gas grenade from the briefcase, then replace it in the briefcase, thus activating it, and that will be ready for our first kill. But we still need our mansion staff outfit, so we're going to make our way to the butler's office, and using our crowbar we're going to bust the door open, and then bust open the door of the fuse box, and then we're going to turn the fuse box off and then back on again, and wait for our victim in the butler's office. So once in here, we're just going to head around to our left, crouch down, and if we look round we will find a master key on the shelf. We're going to grab that, that's going to come in handy. We're going to drop our briefcase in the office, and when the mansion staff comes to investigate the fuse box, we can get behind him, render him unconscious, drag him into the butler's office, take his outfit, retrieve our briefcase, and be on our merry way. So we need to now get across the entrance hall, but there are a number of enforcers between us and the other side of the entrance hall. So we're gonna go around the back of the entrance hallway here till we get to the billiard room, and in here we will find the youngest of the Carlisle siblings and our first target, a maid. And we are going to trigger our gas remote once we're stood next to the maid, and she is going to get very sick, and she will make her way to the bathroom that is just off to our right here. And when she does, we can then follow her inside. We're going to close the door behind us, select our cleaver and throw it at her head. So that's one target down. We're going to hide her body in the closet provided. We are going to retrieve our cleaver. We don't need to worry about the briefcase. We're going to leave that here. We don't need that anymore. And we're now going to make our way up to the first floor area. We need to make our way up the central stairs. As you can see, Mrs. Carlyle is in attendance along with the butler and a few other people, a couple of which are enforcers. But as they move forward to meet the private investigator, we can make our way up the stairs and around to our right, avoiding the patrolling enforcer and the patrolling enforcer in the outer corridor here. This one we are actually going to get rid of, so we're just going to wait for him to pass by the opening on our left as part of his routine, and when he does, we can throw a coin to distract him, get behind him, render him unconscious, hide his body, and we will move on. So just as he's passing the entranceway, we're going to throw a coin deep down the corridor. We're just going to hide here until he comes in, and when he does, we can then sneak up behind him. Now be aware that Alexa Carlyle was downstairs, but she will be making her way up the stairs and will be at some point in the corridor where this guard was. So once we've rendered him unconscious, we're going to collect up his gun and our coin. We're going to grab his body and we're going to hide him in the closet on the other side of the doorway. As you can see, there was Alexa and her bodyguard. Just make sure that they have gone past before you drag away your bodyguard and stash him neatly in the box. So with our pathway now clear, our butler will make his way up as part of his routine to this spot, and we're going to drop all of our coins right in the center of that carpet there, and then move away into the left hand corner of the corridor. We're going to select our silenced pistol and put it away, and in a few moments the butler will come along. He will see those coins and he will go to collect them. At that point we can shoot down the chandelier that he is standing foolishly underneath. So that's 2 targets taken care of, and one more to go now, and that is the lawyer. He is relatively easy to get to. We're just going to make our way around and back into the room with the box with the patrolling guard that we stashed up earlier, and we're just going to wait for the panic here to calm down and the butler's body to be carted off before making our way back out into the corridor and retrieving our coins. I believe the butler also drops a key as well. And then from here we're just going to wait for the patrolling guard in the stairwell ahead of us to make his way past. There he goes, and then we can run around to our left, and using the master key we collected from the butler's office, we can make our way straight into the bedroom opposite and into the secret compartment area that houses the lawyer and his guard. Now, if the eagle-eyed amongst you will notice that Alexa Carlyle is in attendance at this very moment. It is part of her routine. She does come here occasionally. So there she is speaking to the lawyer. So we're just going to wait for her and her bodyguard to leave before we open the door to the office, and then we will throw a coin deep into the far corner of the room there, and that will attract the attention of the lawyer's bodyguard, and when he comes in to investigate, we can then render him unconscious and take him out of the equation. So we're just going to sneak up behind him nice and slowly, render him unconscious. There we go, have a nice nap. It's hard work looking after lawyers. And we're just going to hide his body in the crate provided. There we go. And we can select our cleaver once again, as this is the second of our thrown cleaver kills. And all we have to do is open the door to the office and throw our cleaver at the lawyer. So there we go, all 3 targets now taken care of. We are going to hide the lawyer's body if we can. Now come with me, Mr. Ford Jr. You get to spend eternity in this box. So there we go. All that's left for us to do now basically is to make good our escape, and there is only one exit available and it doesn't show up on the map at all. So what we're going to do is make our way back through the secret passage back into the bedroom, and we're going to go out of the window on the left here and scoot along to our right till we get to the drain pipe, down to the ground floor, and we are heading for the motorcycle exit, even though it doesn't actually show up on the map. It is the motorcycle exit we need to achieve. So once we're across the river and we are out over the wall, we are free and clear to approach the motorcycle and exit the level. So there we go, one more featured contract taken care of. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.